Hey, Danielle Santos, it's great that we're able to do this podcast interview. And I just want people to get a chance to, one, see who you are. One of the things that we address in the podcast is art education and how it is kind of like fallen into disuse and stuff. Like, what's the value of that?
I mean, there's a lot of value in education. In art school, maybe not so much anymore, just because of the cost benefit, I think, of almost any school, honestly. But for me at the time when I went to school, I had this, a lot of teenagers have a little bit of ego. I was certainly the best artist in my high school. And then I went to SVA with the mentality I was going to be the best artist there too. And you quickly realize, no, every person here was the best in their school and they're all fantastic. So just seeing the caliber of competition was really good, but also being exposed to ideas that I wouldn't normally have exposed myself to. I think if you're a self-taught artist, you only teach yourself the things you want to learn. And there's great benefit in learning about the things that you think you're not interested in, and then realizing how much that actually plays into your stuff. There's so many ideas that I don't think I would have been introduced to had I not actually gone to a brick and mortar school. But now I think I would probably, like I mentioned, if I were to redo it now, I'd opt for small workshops and maybe more atelier style schools, which are they're still 4-year programs, but they're not accredited and they're just classically trained, learning how to draw and paint sort of schools. But hands-on interaction is still important, I think.
Okay, that's great. And then in terms of, I guess for your work ethic, how much time do you spend painting a day versus researching versus sketching versus just getting on with life in other aspects so you don't get totally sucked in?
It's bad. I do get totally sucked in. I have the worst work-life balance of anybody you will meet. It's probably, lately I've been working a solid 12 or 13 hours a day, 7 days a week. So whatever that is, like I'm pushing 80 plus hours a week. That's not good, and it burns me out, and then I get a couple weeks where I just crash hard because it's not good. But I'd say, on a typical day, when I'm in a good, healthy stride, if I get 6 hours of actual painting, like at the easel, that's about what my brain can handle before it's mush. And then usually a couple hours of administrative stuff or sketching, like I'll sketch on the couch, take a break. And then the irony is when I'm not working, the thing I do for fun is still art. So I'm still doing that again. But yeah, a typical day for me is get in the studio, do a couple hours of admin work on that blog, answer any emails I need to answer. And then usually I'm painting by about 2 p.m. and I usually paint till about midnight or so on a typical day.
Wow, and that's amazing. Yeah, I'm very happy we were able to do this podcast, and I think people are going to look forward to listening to Danielle Santos. Okay, thanks a lot, Dan.
Thanks for having me, John. It's been a real pleasure. Take care.